Hey folks, so today we're going to be doing a quick demo on how to install RHTAS via RHEL. So we're here on our lovely docs. We're going to go ahead and go straight down to the Ansible section. Here we are. And we're going to just go visit the Red Hat Hybrid Cloud Console and fetch the collection. So once we're in, we're going to head into the Ansible section, dive into the collections. Once the page loads, there we are. And then we're going to search RHTAS. So now that we have it, we're going to download this. So for the case of this demo, I'm going to use force on the command provided. Oh, well, sorry, actually one thing to note, in order for everything to work, you should have the following set up on your hosts file for your machines, or for your cloud machine that you're going to be installing on. So in this case, just have an IP. This will be down by the time this video is uploaded. And yeah, so back to what I was doing. So we're going to grab this command, post it saying, so we're going to use force just for the sake of, since I already have it installed, I just want to show what it might look like to actually download it. There we are. Collection is now installed. And now what we're going to do is we're going to head into the documentation and follow some of the config in here. So this will be needed later on for setting up the actual export values for using the installed stack. But for now, we're just going to skim through and fetch the pieces for actually installing. So here we are. So we need to set up an inventory file which is going to point towards the cloud machine we're going to install on. And then we need to set up a playbook as well as a vars file. So I'm just going to show what I have in this directory, just a couple of small files. So I'm going to show the contents of the playbook first. So the playbook is going to contain the link to an OADC instance as well as a vars file. The vars file just contains my registry information, but I don't want to show that off on this clip. So you would have the registry information declared within your playbook normally. So we're going to show the inventory. So the inventory is going to be pointing towards my cloud machine, and it's also going to specify the cloud user, or the user of it, because it might be different on a per instance basis. Maybe on EC2 on Amazon it might be EC2-user. I think you understand. So we're going to run the playbook, and for the sake of this demo, I'm just going to speed it up to be super quick so that we don't have to sit through a very long, boring install. Okay, so now the install should be wrapped up, and what we're going to do now is we're going to bring up the bring up the browser, and we're going to go and fetch the cert from RHEL. So that hosts file I set up earlier on was to allow us to access this in the first place. So we're going to go HTTPS to record.myrhtas. So apologies, just fixing an error here. Splendid, okay. Okay, and so it's going to give us a warning. We can ignore this, and we're going to fetch the cert just from the browser here. You can do this via the command line. I forget the command off the top of my head, but we're just going to fetch it through UI means, and we're just going to grab the root cert, we're going to download that, and then we're going to run some commands to add it to our local, or to add it to our machine, so that we can visit the site via HTTPS and have it not flag it as being dangerous. Okay, so I have the commands off screen that I'm going to paste in. I'm also going to show where in the docs we can find them too, because it's just a slight alteration of the docs to suit my own pathing. So if we scroll down a little bit, hang on. Yeah, there we are. So here's the command itself. The formatting of the docs are a little bit out of whack for the moment, but we'll be circling around for those very soon. Okay, so now that should be added locally, and now we'll actually be able to interface with stack. So here's another block of commands that we need to fill out. Some of these will need to be filled in, but most of these are pretty self-explanatory or automated. The main two of concern would be the base host name as well as the keycloak or the OADC instance. So I've added those. I've added the OADC instance and the my RHTAS, as well as the keycloak realm. So now that we have these declared, we can actually begin to do the signature. So apologies for just a brief cut there. So now we're going to run cosine initialize. We're going to create an empty container image. Okay, built, fantastic. We're going to push that. And now we're going to use cosine sine. Okay, OADC is popped up. Or sorry, cosine is popping up that we've successfully signed. Brilliant. And now we're just going to remove the temporary Docker file. And run a cosine verify. We're going to add jdo at redhat.com because that's the OADC user we've set up, or identity. And there we go. Perfect. That is the demo. Thank you for watching, folks.